Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into the top 4 US Washington quarter dollars that could be worth more than you might think. We'll explore the 1965 quarter, a key piece from the transition away from silver, and the 1982 D, 1983 D, and 1985 D quarters, each from a pivotal era in modern coinage. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this video will guide you through the history and potential value of these quarters. Make sure to watch until the end to discover how these coins might add value to your collection. The Washington quarter dollar, introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, underwent a significant change in 1965. Due to a coin shortage and rising silver prices, the 1965 quarter was the first to be produced without silver. Instead, it was made of a copper-nickel clad composition. Key points for the 1965 Washington quarter. Composition: the 1965 quarter is composed of a copper-nickel clad material, with a core of pure copper and outer layers of nickel copper. This composition replaced the silver used in quarters from 1932 to 1964. Design: the design of the quarter remained the same as the pre-1965 quarters, featuring a portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The primary difference was in the metal composition. Minting: approximately 1.9 billion 1965 quarters were minted. They were produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Value: the value of a 1965 Washington quarter primarily depends on its condition and mint mark. Circulated coins: most 1965 quarters in average circulated condition are worth their face value of 25 cents. As they are not rare and were produced in large quantities, they generally do not hold significant numismatic value. Uncirculated coins: in better than average condition, uncirculated or mint state, 1965 quarters can be valued slightly higher, typically ranging from $1 to $5 depending on the grade. Special variations: some collectors may seek out coins with unique characteristics such as errors or specific mint marks, but these are rare and do not substantially increase the value of most 1965 quarters. Historical significance: transition in composition: the switch from silver to clad quarters was part of a broader move during the 1960s to address the rising cost of precious metals in coinage. Coin shortages: the 1965 coinage was part of a larger effort to overcome a coin shortage that affected everyday transactions during the 1960s. In summary, the 1965 Washington quarter is a significant piece in the history of U.S. coinage due to its transition from silver to clad composition, reflecting changes driven by economic conditions of the time. While generally not valuable beyond its face value in average condition, it holds historical importance and may be of interest to collectors focusing on mid-20th century U.S. coinage. D. Mint mark on the 1982 quarter indicates it was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's facilities. Key points for the 1982 D. Washington quarter. Composition: like other quarters minted from 1965 onward, the 1982 D. Washington quarter is made from a copper-nickel clad composition. It has a core of pure copper with outer layers of nickel copper. Design: the obverse features a profile of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. The reverse displays an eagle, a design by John Flanagan as well. The design has remained consistent since 1932, although there were brief changes to the reverse in 1976 for the bicentennial. Minting: in 1982, over 680 million quarters were minted in Denver, which was part of a significant mintage year for quarters. The large number produced means that the 1982 D quarters are relatively common. Value: circulated coins: in circulated condition, the 1982 D quarter generally holds its face value of 25 cents. Due to the large mintage and commonality, it does not typically command a premium in everyday markets. Uncirculated coins: uncirculated examples, particularly those in higher grades, like MS-65 or higher, can be worth slightly more, typically ranging from $1 to $5. The value depends on the coin's condition, with higher grades fetching higher prices. Special variations. There are no significant errors or varieties for the 1982 D quarter that notably increase its value. However, collectors may still seek coins in exceptional condition or as part of a complete collection of quarters from different years and mints. Historical significance. Modern-era coinage. By 1982, the Washington quarter was a stable and familiar component of American currency, continuing a design tradition that began in 1932. Economic factors. The 1982 D quarter reflects the ongoing use of the copper-nickel-clad composition, which was introduced in 1965 due to rising silver prices. In summary, while the 1982 D Washington quarter holds historical significance as part of the standard U.S. coinage, it is relatively common and usually does not command a high premium beyond its face value in circulated condition. However, high-grade uncirculated coins can be of interest to collectors. The 1983 D quarter, produced at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark, is part of a series of coins struck in the copper-nickel-clad composition that replaced silver in 1965. Key features of the 1983 D Washington quarter. Composition. The 1983 D quarter is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. It has a core of pure copper and an outer layer of nickel copper. This composition was adopted in 1965 to address rising silver prices and has remained in use for quarters since then. Design. The quarter features the same design that has been in place since 1932, obverse, George Washington's profile, designed by John Flanagan. Reverse, an eagle in flight, also by John Flanagan. The design on the reverse has remained consistent except for a special bicentennial reverse used in 1975 to 1976. Minting. The 1983 D quarter was produced in significant quantities. Approximately 793 million were minted at the Denver Mint in 1983. This high mintage contributes to the coin's common status. Value. Circulated coins. In typical circulated condition, the 1983 D Washington quarter is worth its face value of 25 cents. The large number of coins produced and the lack of significant variations or errors mean that it does not carry substantial premium value in everyday markets. Uncirculated coins. In uncirculated, mint state, condition, particularly higher grades such as MS-65 or MS-66, the 1983 D quarter can be worth more, usually between $1 and $5. The value can vary based on the coin's exact grade and overall appearance. Collectors often seek coins in pristine condition for their collections. Special variations. There are no notable errors or unique varieties for the 1983 D quarter that would significantly enhance its value. However, well-preserved coins and those in exceptional grades may attract collectors. Historical significance. Modern minting practices. The 1983 D quarter represents the standard design and composition used in U.S. quarters since the end of the silver era in 1965. It reflects the ongoing use of the copper-nickel-clad composition in response to changes in precious metal markets. Economic context. The 1983 D quarter was minted during a period of stable economic conditions, with the coin continuing to serve as a reliable component of everyday transactions. Collectability. While the 1983 D quarter is not considered rare or particularly valuable, it is an important part of the modern quarter series. Collectors often include it in comprehensive sets of quarters. In summary, the 1983 D Washington quarter is a common coin due to its high mintage and standard design. It holds historical value as part of the long-running Washington quarter series and is mainly of interest to collectors looking for well-preserved examples or completing a series of quarters. Its value in everyday circulation is generally limited to its face value, with slightly higher values for uncirculated specimens. The Washington quarter, which first appeared in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday, has had a consistent design since its introduction. By 1985, the coin was minted in large quantities using a copper-nickel-clad composition that replaced the earlier silver content. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Key features. Composition. The 1985 D quarter is composed of a copper-nickel-clad This composition includes a core of pure copper with outer layers of nickel copper. This change from silver, which was implemented in 1965 due to the rising cost of silver, remains in use today. Design. The quarter features the same design since 1932. Obverse features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Reverse displays an eagle in flight, also by John Flanagan. There were no changes to this design between 1965 and 1985. Minting. In 1985 the Denver Mint produced approximately 748 million quarters. This high mintage means that the 1985 D quarter is quite common. Value. Circulated coins. In circulated condition, the 1985 D quarter is generally worth its face value of 25 cents. Given the large mintage and the lack of significant errors or special features, it does not command a premium in most markets. Uncirculated coins. For uncirculated examples, particularly those in higher grades, such as MS-65 or MS-66, the value may range from $1 to $5. The exact value depends on the coin's grade and overall appearance. Coins with exceptional quality or those graded by professional numismatic organizations may fetch higher prices. Special variations. The 1985 D quarter does not have notable errors or varieties that significantly affect its value. While some collectors may seek out coins in pristine condition or those that are part of a complete set, there are no major variations that enhance its worth. Historical significance. Modern coinage. The 1985 D quarter represents a standard example of the Washington quarter series during the modern era. The use of copper-nickel clad reflects the shift from silver, driven by economic considerations in the mid-20th century. Economic impact. The 1985 D quarter was minted during a time of economic stability in the U.S. Its production was part of ongoing efforts to maintain a sufficient supply of coins for everyday transactions. Collectability. While the 1985 D quarter is not particularly rare or valuable, it is part of the broader Washington quarter series that collectors may seek to complete. Its value is mainly found in high-grade uncirculated specimens or as part of a comprehensive collection. In summary, the 1985 D Washington quarter is a relatively common coin due to its high mintage and standard design. It primarily holds value for collectors looking for high-quality examples or completing a series of quarters. Its everyday value remains at face value in circulated condition, with slightly higher values for uncirculated and well-preserved specimens.